Yeah, chocolate starfish and the hot dog
Flavored water. Yeah, that's what it was. Hell yeah, dude. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another thrilling episode of The Days Grim. My name is Brian Michael Day.
My name is Thomas Grimm.
Who is joining us in the studio today?
Joining us today in the Days Grim studio is a good friend of the Days Grim.
Good friend.
Mike Farley, how are you?
Doing great, guys.
Brother Michael in the studio, dude. Does anybody call you Michael anymore?
I usually get the Messiah sometimes.
Yeah. Dude, I'll tell you what. Fun fact about me, since we've seen each other last. First, my sleeve is now done, and I have a fucking fourth dog.
Nice. I've been keeping up with the whole dog stuff.
Did you see the new?
Yes.
He's a black.
Yeah.
He's a black. He's beautiful. He's just the sweetest boy. His name is Granite. He is now officially a day. So,
Yeah.
Really pumped on it, man. How the hell have you been? We haven't seen you in
Since last time he
in
came
a dog's
in.
age.
Yeah, last time he came in, you had just submitted your short film.
Yeah. So I was submitted a short film. I didn't have any kind of connections at that point. I was just kind of raw dogging it. You know,
Hell yeah,
so.
dude. Who doesn't love a good raw dog? You know?
I was just so I wrote this script and so I should probably rewind that. So I used to tell this story, and everybody that used to hear the story, they would be like, "Man, this sounds like it could be a movie." And then so I kept hearing that, and I was like, maybe I'm onto something. I was like, I love movies. I've always wanted to be in some way, either behind the scenes directing or writing, some way, shape, or form, something with, in the film industry. So I was like, I'm just going to start writing films. So I kind of, did a little bit of research, how I should be writing these, because I know that there's different apps and stuff that you can use.
Oh yeah.
So I started doing that, wrote it. It took me
On your phone.
Yeah, I wrote it on my phone because my laptop was just shit. So,
have you since upgraded your laptop game?
Yeah, I use my
good.
work laptop.
Good,
now.
dude. Oh, fuck. Maybe we edit that out. So
nah, leave it in, dude. Leave it in. What are they gonna do? I've been there 21 years. So
suck it.
But
nice, dude.
Yeah,
nice.
So I wrote it all out.
How long did it take you? How long did writing on your phone getting? Because you sent me the script, and at that when you had sent it to me, it was complete, and that was a year and a half or 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and I don't know how long did it take you to write all that on your basically entirely on your phone.
The whole thing took me roughly about maybe a year and a half. But
it's fucking intense. Dude.
Yeah, but that was a lot of. I'd get like the writer's block, and I would stop. I'm like, I'm not gonna write because I don't want this thing to be crap. I want it to be good.
Yeah.
Well, did you have to put your phone on Do Not Disturb during that time? I feel like your app is like, your phone would be like, oh, he's on his phone. We need to push him some notifications.
I'm not that popular, so yeah. So that nobody hardly ever messaged me anyway. So I
just feel like I get notifications. Like if I'm on my phone, it's just open. It's just like bloop.
Yeah,
like trying to get me to do something.
Yeah, anything.
But
turds, dude. So it took you about a year and a half, dude. That's fucking impressive. Fun fact: if you've not seen any of Senior Farley's previous interviews, so this film, The Slab, and I just noticed your Nikes, dude. Those are fresh to death.
Thanks,
dude.
man. They're
those
comfortable.
Those are crispy as fuck. Are those Air Maxes?
Yeah,
nice. But The Slab is like 80% true story.
Yeah.
Because this was you in your real life, and that's how you you were telling people that story, and then they were like, "Damn, dude, that's a fucking movie."
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot, like it's cool to have the experience and then to like sprinkle a little extra on there for like the sake of storytelling and everything like that. But like when you have like that personal experience, it probably helps like write it out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was able to write it out pretty quick. What took so long was just trying to come up with that ending. Because I was like, this is what does it. I was like, I've got to come up with the most craziest ending, and I want it to be like so different, than anything else, and also like I put in like little things within the movie that you don't really know. It's like, okay, well, is this person dating this person, or did they used to date, or and I kind of like leave it up to the audience to kind of like let them decide,
like character investment. Like they're like, you're just trying to make them wander, which then builds investment in that character, which is a wise. One thing I will say about horror films, I'm quite the fanatic myself. And again, if we didn't state that already, this is a horror film that we're discussing today. I don't know if we stated that. Yeah. But The Slab is a horror film. And the biggest thing that I find that horror films typically lack are character development and investment. They're all about just like, all right, we're going to make this film. They spend a lot of time on the antagonist, obviously the bad guy or the bad thing.
Yeah.
But you don't get so much of like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of a good one. What's that one where in the woods, the guy, Chainsaw Hands? What's the one where the dude gets a chainsaw?
Army of Darkness.
Yeah, but then the one where they live in the
Evil Dead.
Yeah, the girl's hooked on drugs, and then they go out to the cabin. You really only get that young lady's backstory, and that's it. And you don't really get invested in any of the other characters. Like, and it's just kind of like it might be a misstep.
I don't know. Zombeaver was like, 6. It was like.
Are you a Zombeaver fan? Have you seen Zombeaver?
I haven't seen it. I'm a big zombie fan, but.
Well, these are beavers, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zombeaver.
I mean, a big fan of beavers and zombies. So.
Oh, yeah, brother. Fucking mesh them together, dude. Thinking about making a Zom Groundhog movie.
I guess we could. Well, I don't know. Maybe when break we watch the Zombeavers trailer.
Dude, honest to God, if we don't watch the Zombeavers trailer, I'm going to be very upset. So it took a year and a half to write that. That's intense. And you did it all almost exclusively on your phone, man. That's and we've talked to
Well, then you submitted it like we talked about last time.
What does that process look like? Who did you submit it to? How long did that take? So what does that look like? Yeah,
so they have a whole app that has all these different film festivals. You go through Film Fest, and you just search, and you just pay for what you want. So like for mine, since I didn't have an actual film and it was just a script that I was trying to put out there, just find that category for horror script and then just send it in. And I think whenever I did that, for one, it's like I didn't have my script as strong as it is now, because I got to work around a lot more people in the industry. They gave me their tips and tricks and stuff, so that helped me out. The other thing was I never set up any kind of like backstory for myself, profile picture, nothing. I just submitted this thing, with my email address and was like,
They were like, who's this fucking homeless guy?
Yeah, and they're like, well, this could have been great, but this guy took no time to put any of the information, and
investment yourself.
Yeah. So then now that I seen that, I went back and then did a little bit better. So
okay, excellent, dude. And you have worked with a shitload of filmmakers and associated individuals in the last, I guess, since the last time I've seen you.
Yeah,
because for the last year you've really been busy, like traveling and like meeting people, shaking babies and kissing hands, dude. So that's really, really nice, dude. That's great. So you did resubmit for this year, right?
Yeah, I did this. Actually, did it like a couple weeks ago, and I have until July 10th when they'll let me know if it's accepted or not. And it's one of those things like, if it doesn't, then I'm not going away. I'm still going to keep grinding, and sometimes I kind of feel like I'm Noah and the Ark, you know, like I keep telling everybody about this film, you know, and he was telling everybody about this flood.
It's coming.
You know, and then everybody's like, well, you know, okay, whatever.
You got 2 giraffes on a leash, and you're like, brother, it's time to go.
But I feel like once it gets made and it's out there, then people are gonna be like, holy crap, you know, I wish I would have been following this from the beginning.
I do want to rewind a little bit because you were talking about the ending to your script, and now, since I'm kind of glad I waited to go back to touch on this, because you've talked about like meeting with all these great people, which we'll discuss in a little bit, who you met and what you've done. But like you talked about the ending and how you want to get it just right. That's another thing I feel like can make or break a horror film.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? That fucking glorious ending, dude. I do want to ask: is the ending that you've landed on now, like, is it primitive, or is it like, are you intending on? Did you end it to leave it open? So there could be a follow-up, whether it be like a spin-off or a separate film about a separate character, or did you end it like terminated, this is done, this is the final, like there is no more of this story? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, it makes perfect sense. So like whenever I did the film, I wasn't expecting to do any kind of second film or anything with it, but it has such a huge twist that, you know, without giving anything away, I mean, it's just, there's nothing else like it. You know, I mean, I've looked at all kinds of films. Some of the people I've told about, they're like, yeah, I've never heard anything like this before. This is going to rock.
Unique.
Yeah. But
you find out the whole thing was just a dream.
Yeah, dude. How fucking sick would that, dude?
You might get some hate mail over that.
Dude, I talked about like I wanted to do a series of movies that like got you invested into like these characters and everything, and then they like just die in a car wreck. Yeah. Like that's you know what I like. So, right when it's about to get good, it's just like, dude.
Actually, and I don't want to talk too much about his short film. We're going to focus on you today, but he does have a short film where idea where you are all invested in. This character is built from the ground up in front of you. You are fully invested in this individual. It is like, I'm trying to relate what it would be close to. It's like Castaway, where it's just this single individual, like from sun up to sundown, and you're fully in on this guy. And then it is kind of like a dream situation. It's kind of, I don't want to give too much away, but it's sick, dude. It's nice, dude.
Yeah.
The dream concept's pretty cool. But anyways, so you left it open.
Yeah.
So you could end it here, or you could.
Yeah, you could end
do a follow up.
You could do a part 2 sequel, or you could even do a prequel.
Yeah.
And then there's even an option where you could do a spin-off of one of the characters,
like a run-on for a character.
Yeah, kind of like how they did with The Conjuring and then The Nun.
Yeah, or like The Walking Dead is a prime example. Yeah. They made like 4 different TV shows. A bunch of TV shows have done it, but but yeah, that's really, really, they did Annabelle, they did The Nun. I'm trying to think, did they do another one? I think they did.
So like when you enter in these competitions and you win, you just win like money towards your project?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them, I mean, you win like an actual award, and then some of them have like cash rewards on top of, like an award for it. And then that's the thing, is like you want to try to get all of these awards for all these different festivals, because whenever you go to distribute your film, once it is, complete, you've got, oh, this is my film. It's won 14 awards. And then so that kind of helps push that whenever you go to do the distribution part of it, because then or if you're trying to get a deal with like Tubi and stuff like that, that's huge.
What's crazy is, so you write it, you submit it, and then like since then you've made these connections, and like we were talking about, you've met so many people in the industry. Like you just got back from like California helping on something there. Like what was that like?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. So like I said, I've never been to California, so I was really excited for that part.
And you got there and you were disappointed, or
no? It was.
I'm just joking.
Yeah. As soon as I got off and I was able to look and see all the palm trees and stuff, and I mean, just the weather was perfect. I think it was
slightly smoky.
No, maybe just a little bit, like a little cooked, but
burnt pine.
But here, that whole week is whenever we had all those floods and stuff here. So it was like I didn't want to like.
Oh shit! So this is like February.
This would have been first week of April.
April, that's right. Yeah.
So I didn't want to like call back home and tell people like, oh man, the weather out here is so perfect, and
right, how's the flood?
Yeah, palm trees and everything's good, but so I got. whenever I went out there, I got hooked up with this guy named Matt Leal. He's just phenomenal. Cinematographer, director. I mean, this guy has done a lot, and he didn't have to, but like whenever I gave him my pitch, he was sold on it. And then he was like, he invested in it, you know, and I was like, this guy could have easily just been like, yeah, dude, just don't ever message me again. But like,
send it to my email, and then they just never respond or whatever.
But this guy would he would respond to text within seconds, and then just tell me all the ins and outs of the industry. And then he was introducing me to his connections, you know, so it was just like, I don't know, it kind of reminded me of movie Blow, you know, it's like Derek for real.
Hell yeah.
You know, it's like, I want to know your California connection, you know.
Yeah, and then you get to know people. And that's how it goes. Spider webs out from there. It's fat.
But like, you got to like see some behind the scenes of like a movie being.
Yeah, you were on set for the filming of. Are we allowed to even say the name?
Yeah, Patient X.
Patient X.
Yeah, so that was written by Robbie Diaz. It's another good friend of mine, and he worked. We've been friends for about the same amount of time as I have been with Matt Leal. And so like we took the idea from like a cold opening from the Slab.
Can you explain that? I don't know what that means.
Cold opening is just like the scene that plays in the movie before the credits and the name of the film even pop up.
Okay. So you're immersed in the film immediately. You're in this scenario. Something's happening before credits. Before that. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So
that's
then,
a cold what?
Cold opening.
Cold opening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm very stupid.
No,
You've known me for like 5 or 6 years. No, fuck, like 8, 9 years now.
Been a while.
So we've been friends for a minute. You know how dumb I am. So I'm gonna ask you to explain a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's like when we put one of those clips before our intro.
I got it, dude.
Yeah,
I got it. No, but yeah, dude, so you get it. I'm gonna ask you to explain a lot of stuff now that you're like a fancy moving picture maker.
Yeah.
So cold opening, nice. Sorry, I derailed that whole explanation.
No, it's so we took the idea from that, and then Robbie Diaz, he wrote the script. It was like a 7 or 8 page script.
Is that long? That's short, right?
It's usually, for every page, it's usually about a minute of film. So we filmed for a whole 12 hours.
And we're done.
And then that was it. But then that full 12 hours of filming turns into like 7 or 8 minute film. It's just crazy because like
it's wild.
Yeah, just getting so much of that. And then that like let me see like how that works too. So like they do a shot and then they're like, okay, and then the camera moves to the other side. And then they're like, okay, do it again. And then they get that shot. And I'm like, all right. I was like, so that's how, and it's like, I used to think growing up, it was just multiple cameras.
3 cameras and say what you're going to say and pick your best favorite angle.
Yeah. And then just edit it that way. But yeah, I, like I said, got the co-direct Patient X with Matt Leal. And then we ended up getting some of the cast for that, which some of the cast is going to be in the Slab. So they were just playing different characters, but we had Sadie Catz. She was in Wrong Turn 6, and she's in like a bunch of other indie horror film. Then we had Lou Temple. So he was in 3 Rob Zombie films. So he was in 31. He was in Devil's Rejects. And then he was in Rob Zombie's Halloween remake, the first one.
Oh, shit.
So like, that was really cool.
That's big.
Yeah. So like I was sitting there having lunch, and then all of a sudden tap on the shoulder, and he's like, "Hey, you mind if I eat with you?" And
can you? What was his name again?
Lou Temple.
Can you pull him up?
Yeah, he's right.
Which one is he?
That one. Yeah.
Can you pull up a picture? Can you go to Google so I can see him without makeup and shit on?
Yeah. He was also in The Walking Dead as well.
Oh, he's that guy.
Yeah. So he was in Walking Dead, Halloween, 31, Devil's Rejects.
Oh shit. To be able to sit down and have lunch with that human being, holy shit! I would.
Well, and like the shots, these shots from it are like beautiful.
Yeah, they're primo, dude.
Yeah.
They are top shelf eerie.
And I they said a lot of that. I mean, obviously, it's them knowing how to use that camera stuff. I mean, a lot of people will get these cameras and they don't know how to use them.
Yeah.
But I mean, these guys, I mean, that's their life, you know. And then we, like I said, we shot off the Alexa Mini. From what I hear, that's
can we
supposed
pull
to
up
be...
an Alexa Mini? So I have some frame of reference. Nor myself nor Tom knows what this Alexa Mini even looks like. Is that it on the right there?
But I mean, once everything was put together...
Oh, yeah, it has a million attachments.
I mean,
this
thing was huge.
This is the camera, the ARRI. Is that it?
Yeah, it was...
I think that's the like overall brand, yeah. The ARI.
The ARI.
Alexa, yeah.
ARI. Okay. Nice, dude. And then, like, I wonder, so I hope Jordan Barclay sees this episode because he'll be interested in that. Maybe he knows what an Alexa Mini is. I don't know. Maybe other film people do. Yeah, it's only a cool $95,000 camera.
This comes with, like, all the attachments. This is a LiDAR. This is a LiDAR tracker. And this is part of it that helps focus.
Fuck, dude. LiDAR tracker? What are we, fucking pulling people over on the interstate? What are we doing here, dude?
No, but it, like, you can set it to track Mike as he, like, walks around and it'll stay pinpoint focused on said person.
So,
or the focus will stay on that person. So, like, even if Mike is walking towards me, this adapter right here attaches on the lens and it'll spin the focus. So, like, you can get it to zoom in.
It
you can basically program it. It's like programming it to zoom in, pan out, and stay focused all at the same time.
Wild. So the cameraman's literally doing nothing.
They're
That's
standing
nice,
there,
dude.
Yeah,
they're just standing there.
And it took two people to run that camera. So you had the one guy where it was on his shoulder, and then there was another guy standing beside him watching through like a screen about the size of a cell
like
phone.
an iPad or a cell phone.
Yeah, and then so he's watching it through that as well.
There it is with no attachments.
Yeah, it was.
You can get a really nice truck for $76,000, dude.
Yeah, well,
God damn, and this thing's this big.
Yeah,
that's pretty taxed.
Well, that was one of our big reasons that we wanted to go that route, is because for me being a new filmmaker, nobody knew who I was, or they don't know anything. I'm sitting there like, hey, I'm trying to put out this great movie, and they're like, oh, well, you have anything to show? And at the time I didn't, and then I'm like, well, what have you done before? And I'm like, I haven't. So I mean, it'd be like, I want to buy some art from this artist and be like, let me see your drawings or your paint, your artwork.
Like, I haven't drawn anything.
I don't have anything.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to invest in it. You know, so that's kind of where I was at.
But you're like the artist that hasn't drawn anything yet, but you're like, but let me tell you about the picture I want to paint.
I got this slab of marble and I got it sketched on there, my guy.
Yeah, and there's a nun killing
I got
people.
the hammer. I got the chisel. I just need the hammer and the funds.
Hell yeah, dude. That's fucking nasty. So Patient X, dude, so you co-directed. What does that entail? Like, what were a lot of your responsibilities? We got a ton of shots of you.
Yeah. So it was voided solo Patient X, and then it was just too long, so then we shortened it to just Patient X.
I like that better, yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, it was the responsibilities was just calling the action, the cut.
Did you guys have the board? Thingy, or did you do the clap?
Yeah, we had. We actually had like the board, the clapper.
Oh, you had the board with like the shot and numbers and scene and whatever.
Yeah, we had all that,
dude. I was reading something. No, who was I looking at? Oh, I was looking at Shane I'm gonna get his last name wrong. Shane Hazen's, that guy I was telling you guys about. I was looking at his Facebook, and he has a post on there that says something. Serious filmmakers will always use a board to cue visual with sound, because that's why they do the And then he said, but you can also do it with a simple clap, which is kind of cool. Tom does it all the time. Well, he used to do it all the time. Now he doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, we had all that on there because there was always somebody that was like, what scene is this? What act is this? And then, so, I mean, we would be able to keep all that together.
Yeah, so they can see it on the board.
So then you have a guy, God bless you, color correcting. Some of these are already color corrected, but like going through and putting those touches on, are you involved anything post-production wise now on
not on Patient X, I'm not. Yeah, all that. So a lot of the stuff that's being handled on that, the guy that we have working on some of this, he's done a lot with HBO's The Last of Us.
Okay.
And then
very nice show.
Yeah, and then all like the Jason Bourne films and all that stuff. So I mean, the people that I have with this, I mean, they're just phenomenal.
Nice.
And as like I said, I couldn't ask for, like, whenever we filmed that day, zero drama. Nobody was messing around. I mean, everybody knew what their job was.
Professional.
Yeah, I just couldn't ask for it. And I was like, this is who I want to work with, And then it was like, it just everybody meshed well. Like I said, on top of Sadie and Lou, we had my friend Cambry, and then we had Emily Annabelle. She's up and coming with the Slab, and me and her have been in contact about the Slab ever since the beginning of it. Because whenever I wrote this, I was like, I'm writing this just for you. And then so like I've based all of this,
based on her character, her mannerisms, her body language.
Yeah, because she's been with me since the beginning, and I couldn't ask for a better supporter. She's always been there.
And it's Annabelle?
Yeah, Emily Annabelle.
Emily Annabelle. Shout out to her, dude.
Yeah.
You'll have to tell her about this podcast for sure.
Oh, she already knows.
So, like,
oh, yeah, dude. Hell yeah, nice.
So, like, what's next for you? Like, coming back from Patient X, like, what's next for the Slab? Like, I know you're promoting it, but, like, so what all does, like, what's on the...
Yeah, you've subbed it, you're promoting it, and you won't hear anything back from that for another while?
No, so, like, Patient X... it wasn't just a short film. It was a proof of concept. So this is basically what's going to show the investors and people that want to invest what we can do. Be like, we did this on, Patient X on a $7,500 budget.
Shoestrings,
if it looks like this with $7,500, just imagine what our movie could look like if we, have our budget of $40,000, and then it's like, you're going to have perks and stuff like that. So it's like, there's a lot of people that, want to have executive producer perks or producer, they want to be a producer on the film, or a small acting role and stuff like that. You sell those as perks, or just, get like a Blu-ray or a signed poster of, by the cast and everything. Those are just perks that you go along with the Indiegogo campaign. I hate the Indiegogo campaign because I just hate asking people for money and handouts.
You feel like the fucking homeless guy under a bridge, like shaking a cup, dude. But I will say, Indiegogo. I'm traveling back to an interview that we did where we compared Indiegogo against what's the other crowdfunding?
Like
GoFundMe
or Kickstarter.
Yeah. So one of them, you set your goal to like 40K, right? And then you start the thing, you start promoting this link or whatever, and you try to get people to pitch in on it. But if you don't make your goal, you don't get the money. But then the other,
along those lines.
That's the Kickstarter.
That's the Kickstarter. Yeah. But then Indiegogo, even if you don't hit your 40K, you get to keep the money to go towards your project, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's the way to go. Yeah. Kickstarter's way dumber.
And then if you also like say your goal is 40K,
yeah,
and you set your first goal at 10K. Once you hit that, then you're in demand, and then that can stay open however long you
so
need
like
it.
say we're raising money for the podcast or whatever, and we set it for $500.
Yeah.
And then like we're really trying to raise 10,000. Once it hits 500, we can raise it to like 3,000. We still get that like any money over 500. So like some people set it low, hit the goal, and then they increase it to what they actually want it as.
That's the move, I think.
There's loopholes and everything.
Yeah, that's like the progressive.
#, Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy
Pelosi.
Nice.
And then a lot of people before.
God damn it. Insider trading. You get it, folks.
But yeah, that app Cameo.
Cameo's
before it hit big, there used to be some people that they would, I think they paid like $500 to Kevin Smith, and then they had him talk about their movie. And then this was before anybody knew about it. So like people were like, "Oh man, Kevin Smith is talking about this. I've got to do something."
Yeah, Richard, my tattoo artist, used to do Cameo before it got big, and he'd have like crazy like WWE wrestlers like shouting him out for tattoos and
what?
stuff. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude! Shout out to Fat Dick.
That's what I thought about getting like William Montgomery and like paying for him to do like
Somebody fucking told me a few months ago I put out William Montgomery energy, which I think is fucking ridiculous, dude. Who was it? Somebody said it on the podcast. They were like, yeah, you're putting out William Montgomery-ish vibes, right? Do you know who that is?
No.
He's like this redheaded balding guy, and he's got real crazy long hair. He's got like the skullet, so it's long everywhere else, but on the top, you know what I mean? And he's got this wild hair. He's just fucking spazzy. Look up a picture of William Montgomery, please. Or actually, yeah, fuck it. Pull a clip up, dude. We'll just listen to it. I don't give a fuck. William Montgomery rant. Just go on a rant. William Montgomery. Good luck with Montgomery. He said Munt. Not a strong speller, this one.
Don't smoke PCP and go to a music festival in Antwerp. 42 hours later, I had sores all over my body and was frantically trying to find a plan B for Red Band's mom.
Yes, money, dude. All right, kill it there, or we're going to get fucking flagged. Kill it there. So basically, he goes on these rants or whatever and like spazzes out, and somebody was saying that I was doing that. I don't feel like I put out that energy, but, you know. No. I don't think I've ever spazzed out on anybody, but maybe.
Yeah. Maybe a few more broskies. You know?
A couple of fucking bush lattes. I might freak the fuck
so
out.
like, what's crazy too is so like I've seen some of these things. Like, so have you seen any about Google Flow?
Ooh, yeah, we should start this early, get one queued, and then we'll go back to the conversation.
Well, so like Google Flow, like these are like how AI is being used in movie production currently, just like video effects, some editing, short generated content, whatever. But we got this set up to where, well, we can play with a prompt here in a minute once I show you these. But so then we take the program. And so, like, I took clips from my short film that I was working on. And...
oh, snap.
We got to reload.
Yeah.
So then, like, I was taking in parts that I had written from my short film. I took my script and I was like, create me, like, a shot list with, like, the script lines, you know, and everything along those lines. So then I took some of those and made them into prompts. And then this is like a AI video generator. So then, like, there's some stuff that it really sucks at doing because it's so early right now. So, like, tying a pair of shoes.
With, like, 15 fingers and stuff.
No, like, the fingers aren't bad.
Just a penis comes out of the shoe for no reason. You're like, what the fuck is that, dude? Goddamn caterpillar.
But, like,
have you seen the... oh, yeah, anyways, I'll let you do this.
Got that
Give me some sound,
dude.
I don't know where the sound is on it.
Do you know that guy? Have you seen him before?
Now, whenever I've seen the video.
Yeah, he spazzes out a lot. This guy's loading bullets like pointed down into a magazine, which is strange. Maybe it's a Russian pistol. I'm not really sure how that works.
I don't know why I didn't keep them all.
Why is the sound
still
not
loading
working?
some more?
Oh, okay. But anyways, in like, I mean, you can see how in depth, like how detailed.
But then all the matches are burnt.
Yeah. It's really nice, and it's like high definition, 1080p, 4K in some instances. Like that's a real person's hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is all AI generated. It's crazy. A computer fucking made that.
Yeah.
A computer fucking made that. So do you want to pull up the let's pull up a flow. Now, let's get started. First off, let's just do a short snippet or like create me a video of, now stop. Prompt, stop. All right, let's talk to Mike here. Mike, let's think of something cool that you would want to see in a horror film. Let's not use the Slab because we don't want to give anything away. Or like, I don't know, just think of something cool you'd want to see in a horror film.
I'd like to see
like a cool 10-second shot. You know what I mean? Now with all your experience,
like a zombie outbreak in a nursing home.
Okay, there we go. Zombie outbreak, and then basically what we do is we go to ChatGPT, we type in exactly what you said, and then we ask it to give us more details. How could we make this prompt better? Just stay logged out. So it'll give us this, and then we can say, what does it say here? See, look at all these details it gives you. An eerie fog-drenched morning, blanket Serenity Pines nursing home. Inside, the halls echo with the squeaks of wheelchairs and low murmur of old televisions, but something's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, we just typed that in, and it gave us that.
Yeah.
So then you take that prompt, and you come on over to your Google Flow situation here, and then he's got all the bells and whistles he's got to click. You just fucking... Oh, take prompt text out. Delete all that top. Yeah, delete that. And it'll take about 5 minutes to make this, but then, like, it will make you a fucking 30-second clip of a zombie outbreak in a nursing home. And it'll have all the details and the fucking wild. So we'll let that thing cook on the back burner. What were we talking about before Flow?
Well, I was just going to say, like, even, like, if, you know, like, these shots, like, that guy is having to edit out, like, the one thing Brian's possibly playing a role in. Like, that guy has to edit out that entire person.
Why would you bring it up? Now I got to edit that out.
But, like, you could do, like, he could do just,
out,
like, edit, generate in, you know, an entire character, or even, like, you know, oh, I didn't have the shot of, like, this dude getting mugged, or, hey, I can't actually, like, I don't have the money to, like, CGI this dude getting shot.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? Role. And you can take headshots. Like, you can go to these websites and, like, put your headshot, like, cue a prompt, and then, like, take a headshot of you, plug it into that, and say, put my face on this person. And then it will literally take the character that they've built.
Like, we did this for Bad Randy's. I wonder if it'll have the...
You want gains? You want flavor? You want heat that hits harder than leg day?
Oh, yeah, dude. We did that.
You want gains?
That was last week's podcast, and we just, like, made it on the fly. And he hasn't seen, you know, Jeremiah.
I know. I've never
Jeremiah
met
Gailey?
him. Yeah, I know him, but I've never met him like
Dude,
personally.
we gotta hang, bro, because he's a killer.
I could just watch that on repeat.
Yeah,
just make me a YouTube and
Yeah.
that for 10
dog.
hours. and
I'll
then
go to sleep to that.
Dude, I've been making, like, little sleep videos, little sleep sound ones.
Dude, this gives me a fucking sleep boner.
Yeah.
Ugh. I could fucking die
But, like,
to that.
dude, like, it's crazy some of the stuff you can do. Just, like, rain on a tent
Hold on.
B-roll.
Oh, bleed my ears, dude. Hey, scroll up a little bit. Scroll up. Scroll. Oh, okay. I thought this was another channel. The car, the Lambo. Anyways, have you seen or heard any of the guys or gals in the production industry out in California that you worked with for the couple weeks you were there? Were any of them using AI for anything?
Ooh. Yeah, we don't even mention that because it's...
They don't like it?
And I don't like it because it's taken their jobs away. Like, a lot of the stuff that they do every day,
they hate it.
Yeah, they hate it.
Really?
And, you know, I mean, I could see where, you know, if you're stuck on something, it could maybe help you. Really, the only thing that I see is a lot of people might use it for, like their promo poster and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They'll design it. But for the most part, yeah, they try not to do that. I mean, unless you had somebody that just had no funding, I could see them, be like, now I'm at my last straw. I don't know what else to do. I've tried making this film.
Yeah, I have -$5 left for this film.
Then I could see this going, and then, you know, and then hope that you get somebody, you know, bite off of that.
Let's play this clip. I want to see it. And now that I know that Michael Farley hates this, I'm not as excited. I don't know why her eyes are glowing. Oh, they're all glowing. I'm sorry. Did she have a dead dog? What was that, dude?
I don't know.
They killed a dog? Jesus Christ. But you know what I mean? And then you can refine that clip and say, hey, maybe leave the dead rabbit out of it, you know, or whatever that thing is.
But I mean, if you could do that and then be like, okay, well, you know, I'm going to film it and then use actual people.
Well, what's crazy
then,
too is they have this scene builder part in the program too. So, like, we can go to, like, this and right when, like,
right before it cuts
yeah,
to
right
the
when,
people.
before it cuts to, like, the other people,
It's not
wherever
gonna
the
load.
hell it's at.
It's not going to load. It's being a bitch. We were talking to somebody about AI, or maybe I heard it in another podcast. I don't remember. Who the hell was it? Damn, who was it? Was it somebody we interviewed that we were talking to him about AI, and they were like, yeah, I don't use it, but I could see it being a good inspirational tool. Yeah, that was Jeremiah Gailey that said
like if you wanted to see something that's like mocked up or, like proof of concept of like, hey,
basically, you know what I mean? Like you could say like, give me a scene of two nuns fucking in a damn
or
dumpster.
You could do like a whole trailer and then be like,
just two nuns fucking in a dumpster because you want to see what it looks like. And then ChatGPT kicks out like the best version of that. And you look at it and you're like, two nuns fucking in a dumpster is not dope. We're going to cut this from the
I don't
scene
know. I mean,
list.
I would be ready for a sequel, you know.
Damn, dude. But yeah, dude. So it's kind of cool to be able to like put your mental thought on paper, quote paper, if you will, to be able to see it and come to fruition, and you can say, "Oh, I hate that," or "Oh, I."
And like the crazy thing is when you've actually like a year from now, like or at the end of the year when you're filming, like it's cool to be like how far more along these features will be.
Yeah.
To where like I had to figure where I was gonna go, but like edit, not necessarily editing, but like color grade, like hey, redo this, but like in the same like colors of this like movie or whatever editing style.
AI is scary to me, dude.
And I think it would be good to rate your script. So then that way,
read this AI.
Because if you say if I go to 7 of my friends and be like, hey, read my script, tell me what you think. 2 of them might like just, I don't like reading, I'm kind of lost track, then the other ones be like, oh, this is my friend, I'm gonna tell him it's good, but I mean,
maybe one of the 4 will be like, hey, everything was great except the dude with the weird foot, I don't like him, get rid of him.
I could see like that maybe possibly helping you without.
I wonder how fast.
Well, there's like Peterson, him and his son created that AI program called Essay, and you can pay like a subscription fee, and it helps you write. Like if you were wanting to write a paper, a research paper, like anything along those lines.
That's cheating.
AI program.
It's cheating.
Like two chapters, I think, of We Who Wrestle with God was done completely by AI. But like it helps you research and like you type out your points, and then it helps you expand on it.
Dude, Peterson's a fucking
wizard.
He's a liar. He didn't even write the first 2 chapters, that weak bitch.
Not the first 2.
Well, the one thing that I like also about the Slab is it, like we talked earlier, you're invested in the characters because there's an actual story to it.
Yeah.
A lot of people, whenever they do their first horror film, it's somebody in a mask, it's on Halloween night, and they're just murdering everybody. And it's just, okay, I just need to have this movie so much blood, and then that's what's going to get me, eyes on it.
Now, don't forget about the blood thing. He will pass out. Yeah. I know we've talked about this before, so don't get too gory, dude.
Yeah. So, mine, I'm not trying to be like...
you're not trying to have a slasher. You're trying to have a horror film.
Yeah. I'm trying to bring back that old school, horror film, because, I mean, you kind of went to, just slashers, once the Terrifier came out, like everybody wanted to copycat that.
It's gore porn, yeah. My brother calls it gore porn.
Yeah. And then the whole, like, the horror comedies and stuff. And it's like, for me, it's like I can't write a horror movie and then it be funny at the same time.
If you're gonna jump into a genre, dude, I feel like exactly what you're explaining. Genres have done a lot like what the music industry is doing. There's such a merger with so many genres, like literally rom-coms, romantic. Like, can we not just have a romantic movie? Can we not just have a comedy movie? Does it have to be funny and tug on the heartstrings? Like the funny fucking spoof horror movies, like those aren't even really scary, and I don't know how they fall into that, but I feel like what is wrong with just going back to the original Halloween, like 1976, John Carpenter Halloween? Like, what's wrong with that? Like, there's no gore. It's just pure suspense and anxiety. And then when you watch that film in 1976 and you go home and lay down at night, you don't sleep well because every shadow makes you think of that movie.
It's like the first.
That's a horror
movies.
film. That's the horror. That's the thing. You want to make a film that sticks with somebody, that like they'll never look at that bridge the same way ever again. You know what I mean? That small rickety bridge, like is like in your story. You know what I mean? Like, that's horror. And I like your concept. I like the way you're looking at it.
And I added to that. So I was like, how can I invest into the Slab and then make it even more So I mean, the Slab, it's an actual place in Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's just it was an old creek that ran through an old country road. Somebody laid a couple drain pipes and they poured concrete over it, and then just made like a homemade bridge. And then
you can drive over it, right?
Yeah, you could drive over it. And the whole thing was if you park your car on the slab, turn your car off, and then you hear, like this demon come up out of the water, and it runs around the car and it knocks on the doors and stuff. And nobody's ever been like able to.
Yeah, you toss a gold coin out the bridge.
Yeah. No, nobody's been able to like stay long enough to see what happens next. They always get too scared, and and then this group of people, they decide to stay, and then I'm like, well, what else can I do to make that even more? So then I was like, that concrete, not only was it just man-made, that was the foundation of an old church.
Oh yeah.
So then it's just like
oh yeah, dude.
some goosebumps, and
mainline that shit, bro. Speaking of like spooky, real fucking shit, dude. How into the like local occult are you? Do you know much about like the local area?
You're talking about like New Harmony?
No, like in just the Evansville area. Like, cult. Yeah, no, I'm talking about a cult.
Yeah.
Anyways, but like the local area and like spooky places. How familiar are you with that?
Not. I mean, even though I've been...
Search Central High School. Okay, Evansville House Tour.
I mean, really just the Willard Library is the only big thing that I've...
Do you know about Central High School?
No. And then there was some type of witch's grave, like going out towards Mount Vernon, I think.
Brother, open a new Google. I know you just worked really hard on this. So open up a new Google and search Central High School built on burial ground. This will fuck you up, dude. Central High School, Evansville, Indiana, built on... What are you doing here? You're just moving down the page. What? Jesus Christ.
But I
got to get a producer for this podcast, brother. I got a fucking handicapped kid with Parkinson's over here typing away. Fucking doesn't know how to spell shit. Central High School built on... Yeah, Evansville built on burial ground. You actually spelled all of those words right, I think, but high school is 2 words. I'll give it to you.
Montgomery.
Yeah, Montgomery. Will you verify that this is a real thing? But anyways, I was watching a TikTok the other day. No, it's Central. That's modern day, dude. I was watching a TikTok the other day, and it was like most haunted places in Indiana. And Central High School came up. And I was like, wow, that's wild. But apparently... Central High School was built on a burial ground, and I've done no research on this, so this is not factual until Tom finds a link that says that it is indeed factual. But they were saying that like ghost hunters went into Central High School. Yeah, it was Central. Yeah, Central Bears. Yeah, that's right. I don't know what. So it wasn't built on a burial ground. Will you find this out?
Not anything that I'm seeing.
Go back to Google and say, was Central High School built on a burial ground? Was Central High School built? Just put a was in front of it. But anyways, they were like, and it was apparently the 6th most haunted place in Indiana.
No,
was not built on a burial ground.
I opened another tab for this.
Oh, I'm going to kill myself. Fuck. All right, never mind. Yeah. But yeah, so there is Willard Library, which is legit because that lady died there. And then,
have you heard this theory?
Satanic Blue House?
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
No, this isn't it.
What's the Blue House?
There was like a house in Evansville that people were saying like kids back in the day were like, they were doing like satanic rituals in this house.
Shit out of my face. A terrible Evansville area crime.
I don't know if this is it.
No?
I'm trying to see.
Damn, no. I don't want you to die because I don't believe what the fuck is happening here, Tom. Jesus Christ. But yeah, there's some spooky shit in Evansville, dude. Yeah. I didn't know how much you knew. What was the witch's place that you were talking about?
I don't know. Some friends of mine told me that there was like a witch's grave, like right off of the Lloyd going out towards like Mount Vernon.
Really?
And that's in one of the big cemeteries out there. And the there's like a witches cemetery like that's in the Slab as well. That's an actual place and everything. I mean, a lot of the locals, they'll deny it and say like, no, it was just a regular person. But I mean,
she's a witch.
Yeah.
Let's fucking call a spade a spade. She was a witch. Yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm big into it. Like, I like the going to. Did you find it?
Yeah.
This is it. So we're gonna read this real quick. An in-depth profile of departing Vanderbilt County prosecutor Stan Levko. Yeah, go ahead and you go ahead. Anyway, so Stan. I might be able to read around you. There you go. Stan Levko on Sunday reminded us of one of the most bizarre news stories in modern Evansville history. It reminded us as well that Levko was a stabilizing force in a community that for a time seemed to be going bonkers. It was during this time that Evansville was labeled by national television programs as the Devil's Playground. Quote, God damn, we gotta move this fucking podcast. Yes, we are talking about the 2 years or so when small but determined group of citizens became convinced that Evansville school children were being taken from their schools to a mysterious blue house on Franklin Street where they were supposedly abused in satanic rituals. But it was Levko, along with city police, who after 2 years of investigation and interviews with 150 witnesses concluded that in 1991 that there was absolutely nothing to do with it. During this time, Evansville was rife with rumors that teachers and principals were taking children from schools to attend satanic rituals where babies were being sacrificed. Jesus. The group making the allegations was the Society's League Against Molestation.
Slam.
And was led by Rick Pam Donninger. The Donningers group alleged that
7 children
arrested
have
for
been
that
abused.
name.
But what Levko and police found in 1991 were inconsistencies, contradictions, and accusations against innocent people, and ultimately no credible evidence of Satanism. Our assessment on this page was that for the allegations to be true, it would have required an absurd belief in police, prosecutor, principal, parent, teacher, news, media, major corporation conspiracy theories.
But then, like, they're like,
so it's not true. So it's not fucking true, is what I'm gathering from this, dude. Levko, who leaves office this week after 20. Oh, hold on. What are you hiding? Okay,
they never went in the house, though.
Okay, throughout much of the investigation, Levko refused to sign search warrant for the Blue House, citing the Fourth Amendment right against unreasonable search and seizure, insisting that there was no cause for a search. Scroll up a little bit. Levko, who leaves office, leaves office this week after 20 years, said in the Sunday news story that his refusal to seek a search warrant was something he was proud of. He should be. Scroll all the way up. When was this article written? Can I get a date on this? Oh, this is December 29, 2010. So this is about a dog's age ago.
Yeah, they like tore down the house in 2010, and like they made a.
I don't know, dude, but I think there's something to the occult, right? Like, so are you a religious man? Were you ever religious growing up, or now currently?
Yes.
Now currently and growing up.
Yeah.
So So what religious faith do you follow? Not to like get too far into the weeds here.
Yeah, just
like,
Christianity.
Christianity. Yeah. So now I believe it's Catholics that believe. Correct me, Tom. Tom's my religion expert. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, Catholicism believes in purgatory. Christianity does not.
Something like. I mean, I think it depends on your sect of Christianity.
Vaguely, but that's the loose.
Essentially,
that's the loose and fast rule. But I really do think, being raised predominantly Catholic as a child and have kind of followed it as an adult, I really do think there's like a middle ground. There's like you're lost and you're not where you need to be yet. Type of thing.
Oh, I believe
the right person hasn't grabbed you yet. You know what I mean? Like one way or the other.
Yeah, because like once your body is, I guess like if you die and you didn't get to do what you were supposed to do, then I feel like you're kind of stuck. And then so that's why like a lot of
that's why you're getting into film. You're like, I gotta knock this shit out so I'm not stuck.
Well, like
well, what's crazy is like, what if that was like your one thing was to make a film, but you were like born in Genghis Khan's time? Like, how many times you gotta relive over?
Oh fuck, dude, I'm gonna be here for fucking ever, dude.
And then they finally invent film. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yes.
Well, like you guys remember Jody with the Reiki master?
Yeah. I love Jody. Yeah. Had her on twice.
So she whenever she came over and did like a cleansing of the house I'm in now and stuff,
she met the devil.
Yeah, pretty much.
I remember the story.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
There was something about a bathroom. I remember there was a bathroom involved.
Yeah, like I went into the bathroom just to splash some water on me, and then whenever I went to walk out, I seen like a lady just kind of just crying, hands on her face, crying.
Yeah.
So I yell for her, tell her to come in. She's looking at it, and she's like, all right. She starts bringing down the light and everything, as they call it. She's like, I think this is a little too much. So then she calls her partner. So then he comes in. As soon as I opened up the door, I was like, you must be. And then he goes, hold that. And then he walked right in, just walked right past me, and then goes down to my hallway, down to the bedroom. And then he comes back, and then he goes, you know that there's a girl crying in that room back there? Nobody had said anything. Nobody had prompted this guy, text this guy. I mean, nothing. And then dude come back, and then he goes, she used to live here and she's missing something. And then he goes, but I believe that people that lived here after her removed it, and then it's been thrown away. So I explained that to her, and then he goes, and I crossed her over.
Shit makes my nipples hard, dude. God damn, dude, I got chicken skin, bro.
I made a little hopscotch board into the wall, and she
fucking hopscotched her way the fuck out of here.
Whatever that train station rail is in Harry Potter. You know, we made that little cutout in the wall.
Christ, dude, Jiminy Crickets. That's fucking rough.
So that's added into the slab.
Oh, no shit. You brought that in?
Yeah. So like,
well, yeah, like I could see it. Like you go to the slab and whatever, and then like that entity gets attached to somebody that's in the group.
Well,
and then
how
it follows
how
them
about
home,
the
right?
creator tells us? You know what I mean? Maybe just shut the fuck. He does this shit all the time.
Oh,
like you're starting to talk, and he's like, but also there's a bunny rabbit. No,
I'm killing those.
But yeah,
you were saying, how did you bring it into the slab? How do you?
Yeah, so it's kind of like what Tommy was saying. It's so
thanks, Tom.
Thanks for the alley-oop. So the whole thing starts off with the grandmother in the hospital.
Yeah.
And then that's where these demons and stuff, they latch onto her, and then she raises the grandson, me, and then growing up, religious and everything, I get to a point as I get older, and I'm like, I don't really know if I believe in this stuff anymore, and I'm like, I'm one of those people, if you want me to believe, you're going to have to show me.
Yeah.
So then it was like, well.
That was your first mistake.
Yeah, so then that was my first mistake.
The whole thing is faith-based.
Yeah.
You should know that.
Yeah. So
don't ever say fucking show me the money.
Yeah. So that's what I did. I was like, if this stuff's real, then show me. I was like, because that's what it's going to take.
Show me the money, dude.
God bless you.
Thank you. So anyways, dude. All right. So that's dope that you brought that in, though, because the two stories, I don't think they have any like real correlation, right?
Yeah.
Between like in real life, I'm talking about like this young lady in your house.
No,
there's
the
no correlation there.
No, but the rest of it, it's like, it shows the grandmother, then it fast forward to the start of the movie, and then it'll be like, me at a younger age.
Yeah.
And then it fast forward to like current time.
Hell yeah.
So then it's you're seeing these demons attack this family for like 3 generations.
Yeah, dude.
So
nice.
And then everything kind of gets tied back together. And like I said, there's just, I wish I could tell you guys the ending, but it's just, it's so twisted. Yeah. Like the ending is so twisted. And then also, to help with that ending, there is a band that I have that's overseas. They're out of Sweden.
Oh, this brings up so many good questions. I'm glad you said that. Go ahead.
I had listened to one of their songs, and I was like, for what I need in this final scene, I was like, I need their song. So I reach out to them.
It was like one specific song.
Yeah. So I reached out to them, and I was like, there's no way, these people are going to ever even read my message,
let alone reply.
Yeah.
And then they did, and it was
And
like
they did.
spliggity dorgity boggity borgity.
well, like it's a
Google Translate.
well, it was actually it was a couple,
Hell yeah, dude.
and I guess the guy is from Minnesota.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And then so he went over to study abroad, and then they linked up, and then they just
Or was
stayed.
she the broad he was studying?
Dude, low key, I feel like Minnesota is to Scandinavia what Alaska is to America. I'm just going to throw that out there. People from Minnesota, basically Scandinavian. Hot take, but I'm going to stand on it. That's all I'm saying.
I went up there for a week.
Fucking weird people in Minnesota, dude.
They just kept saying, it was like, keep talking. We want to hear you talk. And then I was like, I want to hear you guys talk. I was like,
this
sounds
is
like,
fucking weird. Some kind of ASMR off type fucking battle.
So it was like, I was like, all right. But yeah, so I reached out to this band, and I just told them, I was like, yeah, I'm
Can you say the name of the band?
Yeah,
Is that a big
Flora Cash.
Flora Cash?
Yeah,
like
FLORA, and then Cash is in Johnny Cash.
Is there like a meaning to the name? How much correspondence have you had with these folks?
I mean, we've had multiple
I'm interested. Pull up Flora Cash.
Yeah.
I just want to see what they look like out of more curiosity. But no, that brings up a good point. I'm glad you brought up scores, dude.
Yeah.
We've interviewed multiple people that have done short films, and we actually did a scorist. What do you call somebody that scores a film?
Yeah.
There's a name for it. He's the conductor.
Yeah.
I think, maybe. I don't know. But anyways, we interviewed one of those guys, real great dude from down in Kentucky. He helped do Sack Race with Knives, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Real good dude. But anyways, it brings up a lot of good questions.
Not
so
Sack Race with Knives.
it wasn't that one?
No, it was Thomas Bernardin's Factors.
Factors is what it was. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Misspoke. But anyways, nice, dude. And that's a boyfriend, girlfriend?
Yes.
Pull up a big picture, dude. I want to see these people in their fucking eyeballs. Yeah, dude. Nice. Couple of good-looking Scandinavians. Yeah.
But their music, I mean, I absolutely I'm such a huge fan of theirs.
On our next break, I want to hear just a little snippet.
That that one, that's probably one of my favorites.
Hell yeah, dude. Don't play it yet. Pause it. Pause it or don't. Fuck me. We're just gonna ruin this podcast. All right. Here we go. Tom's not real good at taking direction. He's gonna be an excellent director, horrible actor. Don't do.
I was just skipping through it so we could get a general feel.
Yeah, so kind of
it.
a folky kind of
I
midsummer.
feel I feel like it's like that one that they did with Suicide
Jesus.
Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad. Like
Okay,
it sounded Suicide Squad jokery.
Esque. Yeah. No, but that brings up a thing. So I'm glad we started talking about music, which you and I are both big fans of. We both love metal and all kinds of music for the most part, but we jive on metal. What have you thought about have you even thought about score as far as this scene needs something? Have you even considered, is this part of the script, or is this something that you need to be in the moment for? Is this all post-production? I don't know anything about that.
Factors was done all post.
Yeah, it's all post.
It's all post. So you're not even, it's not even on your radar really right now.
Except for some of these scenes that I know, and I'm like, I know what I'm wanting for this scene.
Hear it.
Yeah,
and
like
then-
there's music on the radio.
Yeah.
I want this song on the radio.
And I'm like, this reminds me of, and like I said, whenever I heard that Flora Cash, I was like, that's it. I was like, I can't tell you how many songs I've went through, and I'm like, I got to have this for this ending part. And then I was like, yeah, this is really good. But then once I heard that one, I was like, this is it. And then whenever I reached out to him, there was some.
What was the song, may I ask?
It was the You're Somebody Else.
Yeah, that's what we were just listening to.
But I ended up having to change that one. So
oh shit, I'm making you pull your notes out. Fuck. Now I feel like an asshole, dude.
No, I'm just.
We have asked too many questions, Tom. He's digging. What do we got, dude? You had to change the song, you think?
Yeah, so we had to change the whole song. So the one that we're gonna choose now, it's called Holy Water.
Still Flora Cash?
Yeah, still Flora Cash. But they asked me, they was like, can you tell us what the scene is and everything? And it was like, and we'll get you something.
Yeah.
So then I told them everything. They're like, try this. So then I listened to that one
and just
And then I was like, even though that I love that one,
This
like,
just hit it.
Yeah, I was like, this one fits this scene. I was like, the other one was a good song, but it's like this one actually, the words and everything go with what's going on.
There's something about, so music is such a weird niche, and we've spoken about it with multiple musicians that have come on the show. Kenna Elpers is the one that sticks out in my mind where we like
She's performing at Hog and Sauce too, coming up.
I got to get out there for that. She's so great. Bottom of a Bottle is her newest song, and it's so fucking good. It's a duet. But anyways, I've asked multiple musicians, and Kenna's answer sticks out. But basically, like, what is that feeling when you hear that song, and it's just like, and it's not even just your arm; it's like through your whole body. When your whole body just feels in tune with this very fucking moment.
Yeah,
there's something about that. But that being said, it's great that you went to the musician and said, here's the scene. And they were like, oh, dude, you thought that was good.
Yeah. And
hold up, dude. Because I'm going to tell you what made me come last week. You know what I mean? And then they fucking hit you with that hammer. And like you said, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just dead nuts. Because nobody knows better than the musician.
Yeah.
Oh, you want something sorrowful, but also fucking... And also, speaking of music, is there anything creepier? I did want to bring this up. In horror films, my fucking favorite thing with music and horror films is like with Insidious, where they play that old retro 60s song.
Oh, the Tiny Tim.
Yeah. When you hear like an upbeat, uplifting song while people are being fucking massacred.
Yeah.
Is that not like the best kind of scene in a slasher film?
Oh, yeah.
Is that not the best? Because you're like, it's like the Barney songs in the background, but someone's getting their fucking head sawed off.
That's why I was like, I always wanted to have like the like a kid's song, like where it's nothing but children singing,
or like a hymn, or not a hymn, but like a child's nursery rhyme or something. Yeah,
like
dude.
Those are you mix that in with the killing and stuff,
the brutality of taking a life,
then that makes it really creepy. It's like
that's deep, dude. Only true horror fans know what the fuck we're talking about right now, dude, because that's the real shit, dude.
And then I've got something tied in to that I'm doing with this, and
I like
stuff,
that.
So.
I like that, dude. But shout out to Flora and Cash.
Flora Cash.
Flora Cash from Scandinavia, out there crushing it. What country did you say they're from?
Sweden.
Swedes, dude. Love a good Swede.
But so we're gonna get together. He said that he's gonna put me in through with their people and everything, which is through Sony. Oh shit!
Yeah. How many days of shooting do you think you'll try to condense everything down to?
So we're gonna start shooting on November 3rd, and then we'll finish on the 16th.
This year?
Yeah,
that's the goal.
Yeah,
2025 November 3rd.
Yeah.
So 13 days of filming.
Yeah, and then you're talking about 12-hour days, and then we'll get a day off in between, thrown in there, and so it's just usually we can try to push about 10 pages a day.
Your script is like
right now, I think it was 95 pages.
I thought it was 100 plus. No?
It's 95.
Has it dwindled down since you sent it to me? I thought the one I read was like 100.
No, before it was actually less than that. And then I went through and then added some more scenes because I was like, I felt like it just wasn't, it was good.
Thick enough.
But it just, I don't know.
So it's no longer a short film.
Yeah, it's definitely.
This is feature length.
Yeah. Because
90 minutes.
Yeah,
60 minutes.
Yeah, so 95 pages. They say like every page is a minute. So about an hour and a half.
Okay.
And then it might even be a little bit longer because some of the action that's in the dialogue, like you have to set that up.
There's breaks. There's build-ups. There's just no dialogue.
It might be like where someone pulls up in a car, steps out and is looking around. I mean, that might take
40 seconds right there. Yeah. No, I get it.
Whatever feels
right. Dude, there is something to be said about that. And I don't know enough about filmography or cinematography to like quote who did it best, but like when there's just no noise, you know what I mean? And you're just you're building the anticipation to a spot in the story, and the character gets out of the car and the cowboy boot like twists as he turns and gravel crunchles under their foot or what, like when you're building these anticipations where there's no dialogue, there's no music, it's just like nature sounds. There's something to be said about those kind of scenes, and they can make or break a scene, dude. So yeah, I agree, like for sure that'll be built in. That's exciting. What about location? What are you talking about are you going down to Kentucky, or is that TBD? Or
yeah, it's still up in the air. Like, I don't know if I want to, because we got to think, if we do go down to Kentucky, that's about an hour and 15 minutes away. So then we would have to load everything up, drive that hour, and then so you're talking about just losing time and then setting everything up once you get there. And then since it's out of location, we would have to have like a generator and all that stuff to run all the lights and everything.
Yeah.
And so I mean, there's a little bit of that into play. So it's like, either I can go there and make it, this is actually filmed on location of that where the actual stuff happened. I think that like really brings to it. So it's going to be one of those things. If we do that, we're just going to have to find like a good Airbnb where we can go there that night, and then that next morning we're already set up and we can just go. So that way we don't lose any kind of hours. The other part of it is I'm still trying to find some of the cemeteries, and I'd like to find them around here. And it's like, there's
so many good ones in Evansville.
And I just want to be able to like have that okay that we can go there to film, because it's not like I'm going to be tearing anything up. I mean, it's literally going to be like people walking and then reading, the dates on them, and then that's it. And then maybe like a spot where they're running. I mean, there's no other kind of
Right.
like just
I see what you're
disgracing.
saying though, because it is slightly, I wouldn't say disrespectful to film in a cemetery, but like a family member that's there.
Yeah,
watching.
but like if you find somebody that's like decent at editing, you can maybe even go in and change the names and do it as like your name, like the directors, like some people in the film that are involved, like have their names on the tombstones and stuff.
that'd be
because
hot.
we thought about doing that, like with the person,
Sponsor tombstone, yeah.
it's like if you want to, put in on the campaign, you can have your name on a tombstone in the movie.
Yeah, we'll edit
cool.
it in. Yeah, that'd be nice, dude.
Yeah, Thomas Grimm.
That'd be
died.
nice, dude.
Dead. 420.
Jesus Christ.
How did he die?
Of course. 420.
2066.
He was wrestling a black bear. I don't know, dude. It's fucking nice, though. I feel like I like the score talk because I love music so much. I just feel like there's so many questions and I don't know what to ask. But most of it's in post, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, there's just certain things that I feel like, okay, this, like there's a part, like where I turn the music on in the car, and I was like, just have some kind of good heavy metal. So then I look on my Instagram page and then find these up and coming metal groups that are just trying to get their name out. And if I like it, I'm like, hey, you want that song featured in a film right now? It's, I'll put it in there and
give me the rights and I'll fucking sling it.
Yeah, I've got this person, in the film. There's going to be a lot of people, eyes on it.
So like when you were writing the scripts, you never thought it would even blow up to be like this. But like now that you're involved in it, like what all have you like had to learn? I mean a lot, but like
main thing
more than what you thought.
is the budget breakdown. That was the number one. Yeah, if you don't have that, and then somebody comes up and that's the first thing they ask whenever you tell them you're doing a film, what's your budget? Yeah. If you go,
you're not serious,
then they're gone.
Yeah.
And then, so it's like, that's the number one thing you have to have that ready.
And your budget for the slab's $40,000.
Yeah.
Is that, and I assume, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I bleep this or we edit this out for all the future investors, but I assume you're overshooting by 5,000 or 10,000, right?
Yeah, I mean, you go over a little bit, but I mean, we're also like a lot of people are doing favors. They're taking, their daily rate, less than what they normally would, and just by wanting to help me get started, and they know that this is my first major film, and they want to see it go through, and they want to help me out because, like I said, whenever I first did this, I didn't know anybody. I had a few people, that I was friends with in the industry. And I look at it like I'm kind of glad that it didn't get filmed then, because I don't think it would be as good as it's going to be now, because it's like I have a lot of, big names attached to the Slab now and
that have made killer films.
Yeah. So like, Daniel John Kearney, he was in Crust. Then we got Felissa Rose. I mean, she's, the horror scream queen is what I like to call it.
Oh yeah.
Joanna Ray, got her into this. She's one of the best friends with Emily Annabelle. So it's like getting all these people that are also friends in the industry. They're able to, put out their best work because they're doing this with their friends. It's not like, oh, I've never worked with this person, I don't know how they are. And it's like 4 or 5 of these people, they're all close friends. So it's like, and they keep telling me, thank you so much for doing this film, because we've always wanted to do a film with all of us together.
Yeah.
And no one's ever been able to.
Yeah, it's going to be like a fucking bachelorette party for them, dude. It's going to be like a high
it's
school
be like
reunion.
a weekend getaway.
Hell yeah, dude.
So yeah,
they're going to be taking shooters and shit. No, I'm joking. Fuck, I hope not. No, dude, that's fucking nice, though.
Well, if you need a house with a bunch of dolls, we stayed at a place in Corden.
Bro, Corden, Indiana is so fucking haunted.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Have you been?
No, I mean, I've drove through there, but
Fuck, dude. Yeah. We stayed in a house that had an Annabelle doll in it. It was fucking terrifying, dude. Tom's up here moving against me. I get so nervous. He starts kicking the lights around. Yeah, dude, we stayed in this fucking Airbnb that had a fucking Annabelle doll in it. And then, funny enough, dude, we recorded a podcast there. It was fucking dope. But anyways, the first thing you see when you walk through this house's front door to this
We recorded
Airbnb,
the first comedy cachet there.
Yeah, dude, nice callback. But yeah, the first thing you see when you walk through the door is this fucking soldier in army green, like an army green dress uniform, and he's got like standing there, and he's like full size. He's like 6 foot tall, and I was like, "What the fuck, Jesus Christ!"
Everywhere you went upstairs, there were dolls or doll heads, and like it was weird.
And honestly, I slept like a fucking baby, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking slept so
Corey
good.
and I had to share a bed, and I was like, "You want to put something on TV so like we can sleep?" And he's like, "Yeah." I turned it on. Literally, the first thing on the TV is some doll network thing. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Dude, yeah, we took a fucking copious amount of mushrooms there. That was nice, dude. That was a good fucking time. That was a good fuck. You missed out, dude.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I've seen that house with all the dolls in it, though. Yeah.
In Corden?
I mean, like just on on the internet.
Okay, I was going to say, dude. But yeah, dude, that one in Corden was a fucking wild ride, dude. Shout out to Frank Bill. Thanks for having us down there. But yeah, dude, I don't know. So score is post-production. What else were we going to talk about? We were going to talk about fucking...
we can mention just my production company, AF9 Films.
Yeah, we were going to mention that. Yeah, and you have like a whole official fucking IG for it.
Yeah.
And that is AF9_films. Please follow this individual. So yeah, explain more. What does AF9 mean, and then about, kind of tell us about it.
Yeah, so whenever I started the film, Matt Lil was like, "Hey man," he goes, "now that you're going through this," he goes, "you need to come up with a production name." And then with theirs, there's this 3 Keys Media. So shout out to them, look them up. And then so anyways, I was like trying to come up with something, and I was like, everything that I came up with, it was either a movie title, a band name, something, or it had already been used. And I was like, oh man, okay, I think I'm gonna have to dig deep and go personal with this. So then,
I didn't even think about it. Is it your mom's name?
No, my daughter. So it's my daughter's initials, and then it was her age at the time.
I didn't even think about it, dude. Yeah. Nice, dude.
So,
dude, so that's
clever,
clever, dude, and a nice little fucking family touch, dude.
And then so she thinks
she's
the shit. Yeah.
She's all in, dude.
And then she's gonna be in the film too. So she's like already told all of her teachers and everything that she's going to be a big actress.
Yeah,
and all
I don't need to study. I'm going to Hollywood, dude.
So it's, it's been great. But I mean, that was one of the other reasons I wanted to get into this is I wanted to, write this movie script, and then I wanted to be in the film, not because I want to be an actor, but I wanted to make something with the kids that they can look at after I pass, whenever that time comes, and then they can be like, if they're missing me, they can be like, hey, let's watch the film with Dad. Yeah. And then they're in it too, so they're, later on in the film, they're playing my actual kids in the film. Yeah. Now my son, whenever I wrote the script, I mean, he still looked like a little kid. Yeah. Now the dude looks like
now he's
30-year-old. Yeah, he's got a full beard and everything, and
full
I'm like,
beard. He's got that fucking Farley forehead, dude.
So I'm like, okay. I was like, how am I gonna do this? It's like I don't want to be like,
fuck,
you're not in it anymore. So then I'm like, I'll just make him, he's the stepchild. And then I was
nice.
But then I can make that, the demons attached to him because he is the stepchild. He feels like he's left out.
Okay.
So I was like, that's how I incorporated that, so I was like, that's just how it changed around.
He doesn't have a beard now.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He's got a beard. And
how old is he?
He's 15.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I didn't have that shit whenever I was 15.
Fuck, dude.
It's the hormones. RFK, I'll change it.
I'll show you a picture.
Remind me, dude.
Yeah.
Actually, God damn, I kind of want to put it on the pod. I don't want to put your kids on the podcast, but
he's got it. He's growing his hair out too, so he's got real curly hair.
Yeah,
and it's just crazy because at first everybody called him like the broccoli head kid, because that's what everybody in school has, that same haircut.
Yeah.
But they're trying to get going out and getting perms and stuff. This kid,
he's God-given broccoli head, dude.
But it's so long now, like it's starting to hang down, so it's got like this Polynesian,
nice,
type,
dude.
Look to him.
That's a strong look, dude.
Yeah. So
that's a strong look.
It's
dude.
different. So
one of my buddies, Brown. God, I can't remember his first name. The guitarist. He's fucking got that long, curly, fucking Polynesian shit. He plays for a metal band, dude. They're fucking. So he's nice. Dude.
He's got it. So that was what I was wanting. That was what I was wanting to do, and that's why I wanted to be in this for two reasons. One, it's my story. I tried to do a few table reads and stuff, and then get people to read my parts, and I was like, no. You're just not hitting it. You're not getting those raw emotions. You don't feel the emotions that I went through. And it's like, I'm no actor, but I feel like I can reproduce those emotions, and I can, just relive it, for that short amount of time. And, and like I said, my daughter, she's just excited about it.
Some people do EMDR. Other people make movies.
Yeah.
I still haven't done mine yet, but I'm waiting on it. Dude. I'm going to tell you all about it as soon as I get it. Is it a bad time for me to rock and piss? I don't know how deep we are in this.
You can rock and piss and we'll watch the trailer for Zombieverse.
Really?
Dude, so fucking good. Zombieverse coming soon to a not theater near you. Releasing on Tubi next week. Nymph? Oh, shit. Hold on. Leave that up because I want to watch those films. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I'm all about cheesy fucking shitty.
Yeah, we used to do horrible horror film Sundays, and we would watch a bunch of low-budget horror films on Sundays.
Bro, you have to watch Llamas.
Like Hatchet. You ever watch Hatchet?
Yeah,
it was so low budget that like Hatchet 2 and 3 had like same cast members, and they made a joke on the third one about how this Chinese man's like DNA was in like all the crime scenes.
God, what's the one with? Will you pull up a Google and look up llamas? I think it's zombie llamas. It's llamas with laser beams for eyes. Zombie llama. It's 2 L's. Llama, laser beam eyes. Laser is you spelled laser right. Laser beam eyes movie. What is that? Oh, Llamageddon. Yeah, Llamageddon's a nice.
The movie's so bad you have to watch.
Yeah, Llamageddon is fire, dude. These llamas get possessed and then they kill people with laser beams in their eyes, dude. It's fucking nice, dude. How big are you on like corny horror, like this type of shit? I love this shit. You don't like it?
I don't know. I'm more of a
classical.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that whole Insidious and the Conjuring type stuff.
Insidious was a different fucking breed. Dude.
Yeah, like those are the films that I like.
You want to talk about a horror film that had never been done before?
Two Girls, One Cup.
Yes.
Hereditary.
Hereditary. Insidious is up on that list. No one has ever done a horror film
Paranormal Activities was like the first of its like style.
Yeah, the found footage or like the home footage, whatever films.
And one of the guys that's going to be in the Slab, he did a found footage film, and so Drew Fortier, he's also in a super group called the Lucid.
Okay,
and so he plays guitar. The singer is from the band Sponge. The drummer's from Fear Factory, and then the bass player is the original founding bass player of Megadeth.
Oh shit!
And then so he was actually one of the first people that got to read the script. So I knew Hannah Fearman. She was in VHS. So
lit.
Yeah.
Which one did she play? Who did she play in
She
VHS?
was the succubus. So like the
the early girl that was real quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. So she.
I love you. I love you.
Yeah. So like
that's her.
Yeah. So
So she's in on this film or no?
No, she's. I really would like her to, but
fuck.
We had casted.
What's her name again?
Hannah Fearman.
Hannah Fearman.
We casted everything, and it's like I could still have her in here, but it's. I feel like I don't want to do that to somebody and give somebody just a cheesy small part for somebody that has a name like that. It's like I want to give them something good.
Bro, when she turns into a fucking demon and goes flying off with that her fucking victim, her love child.
Yeah, so
bro.
Yeah, she was
that's hot. Oh, dude, she's a bad lady.
I think Casey Anthony ran off with her love child.
Too much.
We'll bleep it out.
I thought horror films.
Post production, we'll make it good. That was a bit much.
But
oh god.
But yeah, he's got a found footage movie called Dwellers, and you can find it on Tubi and stuff like that. Really great. And then he shot that with a $0 budget and everything. And then I think he's got like 13, 14 awards on it.
No shit.
So yeah, so I mean it can be done, but it was Hannah introduced me to him.
Okay.
And then I showed him the script and he goes, dude, I've never seen anything like this before. He goes, this is something new. He goes, I want to be a part of it. And so me and him, kind of stuck with it. And then it's just been like a whole networking thing since then. Like, I'm going to introduce you to this person, and then that person introduces me to their biggest person. And then that's how it's been this whole time. And I feel like that's why I'm kind of glad that the Slab did take a step back, because if I did film last year, then like I said, I just don't think that it would be where it's going to be now, and I wouldn't have, Felissa and all these people on it. And then also, Jeffrey Reddick. So he's, the guy that came up with, wrote and came up with Final Destination. 1, 2, and then this last one, Bloodlines, that just came out.
Shit.
So like, me and him are good friends, and then I reached out to him. He shared my stuff, and that was another thing. It was like, for somebody that is that busy with this new one that just came out, still had enough time to shoot me a voicemail and, share my stuff on his pages and stuff, just to help me, get noticed more. It's like it's like my...
Yeah, like thank you doesn't do enough.
Yeah.
For something of that magnitude. And then also, Final Destination, like literally fucked up my entire generation.
Yeah, so like that,
we all have like innate fears now of just like trucks with logs on them. Like
that's
we're
that
all
was
like
his idea. Yeah, he said if you have a phobia of the log truck, then that's all on him. Yeah.
That's me. You're welcome.
For sure.
Call that post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what. One thing, we are getting near the end. I think we're well over an hour now. Noi? Yeah. One thing I want to talk about before we walk away. Tom, you're not a big horror fan, right?
I like horrors.
He's not a big horror movie fan. But between you and I wanna talk about favorite horror films, and not like famous. I want to talk like low, not necessarily low budget, but maybe off the radar, off the Richter scale. Like you got to go to Amazon Prime to find this, and you got to pay $8. You can't rent it. You have to buy it. Type of films. You know what I mean? And the one I have for you is it's a Turkish horror film, and it's one of those films where it's kind of like what do you call it when like the scene? It's kind of like a Groundhog Day theme, if you will. That's the structure of the film. But it was made in Turkey. It's all in Turkish, filmed in Turkish language. So you have to, if you're not cool with subtitles, it sucks. But I love it, and I hate subtitles. The film is called Baskin. Will you search this? Baskin. Have you heard of Baskin?
Mm-mm.
It will fucking ruin you. Terrifying. Just, Baskin film. Look this up. Yep, that's it. There it is. Amazon Prime, everybody, if you're big on horror fans. If you've made it this far you're clearly into the horror genre. Zoom in a little bit. 2015 Turkish surrealist horror film directed by Can Evrenol.
Basically
inadvertently
focus on 5 police officers.
Yeah,
who
and they
end up in
inadvertently
hell.
wander into hell. Holy fuck, brother. Like, I hate films with subtitles. This one fucked my day up. I cannot stress to you enough.
Looks like Magneto.
Watch Baskin. Go to Amazon Prime on your TV and watch this film. It's an hour and a half of just pure, utter horror.
Okay.
So fucking good. And what do you got for me? You got like an off the grid film that you've seen in the last 5 or 10 years that maybe I haven't seen.
I mean, this came out in I think it was 1990. It was the remake of Night of the Living Dead, but it was the 90s version.
Night of the Living Dead 90s version. Night of the Living Dead. Nice play on words there. I like that.
Yeah, that top one.
90 film. This one?
Yeah. So
and this is good horror.
yeah, it's got Tony Todd in it from
it's the
Candyman.
Yeah, and it's the same guy that did Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
Alfa Romero, right?
So yeah, it's just an
Seven
updated
strangers that survive a royal farmhouse awakening by cannibalistic zombies.
So I mean, it's basically it's the original Night of the Living Dead, but they just updated it, to a 90s version. And then also a lot of people don't realize, my man Bill Moseley,
Hell yeah.
he's in that movie at the beginning.
No
He plays-
shit.
Yeah, he plays the brother.
They got
Oh.
Bill Moe up in there?
Dude, they got the new zombie movie 28 Days Later or whatever coming out, and apparently the zombie just has a giant dick.
Yeah,
The Alpha does. Did you
Yeah.
see it?
I heard about it, and then I also read where they said that all the nude scenes, it's all prosthetics
Yeah.
because of something. There was a law about filming with children or near children or something.
Yeah, you can't
With
have your
real
cock
dicks.
out near
Yeah.
children.
So it was like
Or you'll
everything's
you'll catch a charge.
yeah.
Well, what's crazy too
Which is
is like
kind of-
I wonder if it'll be like Watchmen, where like it'll have a giant blue dick or a giant zombie dick like when it airs, and for like maybe the first like few years, and then when they put it on streaming platforms, it'll have no dick.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I hope not. No, the zombie cock really made it for me in 28 years later. Tons of zombie cock, and then also it really did. It made
Yeah.
the film. Like everybody, all the zombies were naked. 28 days later, 28 weeks later, all the zombies had clothes. For whatever reason, now all the zombies are naked.
Well, they look at it because they said that the zombies, they can't change clothes.
Yeah, so they're just disintegrating
They
and falling
disintegrate
off.
and fall off. So that's why they're all naked. And then I was like, that's brilliant.
That's a valid point. But then also another beef I have with 28 years later, they had like 2 breeds of zombies, which they've never done in any of the other films before either. They had like these loafers. They had like loafer zombies, and then they had like runner zombies, like they've had in all the other films, the runners. So you had the runners, which were normal, but then they introduced this alpha zombie, which was a new thing, but he was a runner. And he's basically like the scariest runner.
Like the David Goggins.
Yeah, of the zombie world, and you don't want to fuck with him because he will fucking kill you.
like Big Daddy.
Yeah, Big Daddy fucking alpha.
Yeah.
But then they had these loafers that you would find out in the woods, and they would just like crawl. They were like bariatric zombies. They were like clinically obese, and they just crawled. And they lived in the woods, and they would just crawl. And anytime they found one, they would just like shoot it with an arrow. All right, we're good. Like they weren't a threat at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And then there were like crawler, loafer, baby zombies. I don't know. It was a wild ride. I highly suggest anybody that's a fan of the 28 series franchise, like go check it out. It was worth a watch for sure. I'll have to check this out. Don't close this tab so I don't forget to watch this 90s version of Night of the Living Dead. I've not seen that, but I'm a big Romero fan, so I'm sure it'll be killer.
Yeah. And like I said, Tony Todd's in it. So
Well, so as we wrap up, where can people invest into the Slab?
Yeah, how do you are you done getting investors, or do you still
No.
have the Indiegogo?
No, the Indiegogo is actually going to launch next month.
Next month?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if everybody just goes to AF9 Films Instagram, then I also have AF9 Films on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then I have a Facebook group that is just the official movie page of the Slab.
Strictly for the Slab.
Yeah,
A lot
and
of guys
then-
are doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I have that, and then that's just strictly just information about the Slab. And then I also have AF9 Films YouTube, and then I also have TikTok. I don't know what the hell I'm
Good
doing
luck,
on TikTok.
brother.
But yeah,
I don't know what I'm doing either.
but it is there
Okay.
if anybody wants to follow it. But I'm really lively on the AF9 Films Instagram.
Yeah, you have to be. That is a creator's best friend.
Yeah.
IG is and always has been and will continue to be a creator's best friend. Pictures, short reels, all that stuff.
Yeah.
What about dates or any kind of upcoming anything? I don't know, as we outro out today, or shout outs to anybody you want to thank along this along your year journey of kind of meeting and greeting.
Yeah.
And we'll outro on that, man.
Yeah, well, like I said, I still want to shout out to, like I said, Matt Leal for, just showing me everything, all the ins and outs of the industry. Emily Annabelle, just for being solid next to me and just going through this crazy ride. And then, just everybody follow and be sure to check everything out as it comes out. So.
Yeah, so look up the AF9_films on Instagram. Follow that sumbuck. Look them up on Facebook. Look up the Slab on
Look
Facebook.
out for the campaign to donate to the film.
Yep.
Indiegogo. Get on that link as soon as they drop it. And dude, I'm like, we started talking about this like 3 years ago. I'm so pumped for you.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It's been a long road, but
this time it's happening.
so November is our goal, dude.
Yeah.
November, right?
Yeah, November we'll be filming, and then so maybe this time next year we'll do a big premiere.
Hell yeah. And then I'm going to text you in November like, hey, let me come on set.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, dude.
We'll get you in on the restaurant scenes and stuff, so you'll be in the background.
Fuck, that's hot, dude.
Just walk up and catfish Brian in the background.
Every time the film plays, though, I'm going to need $9 sent to my to my Venmo. So
Okay.
it's a small thing I add. It's not a big deal or anything. We'll talk about it after. No, seriously, man. Thank you so much for your time. You stopped in here on a Sunday. Greatly appreciate you. There's been another thrilling episode of The Days Grim.
My name is Thomas Grimm.
My name is Brian Day, and this has been Mr. Michael Farley. Brother Michael. Thank you so much, brother.